Hey guys, it's Mitchell Anthony coming to you today with a live version of the Intuitive View. The Intuitive View is my forum for sharing my thoughts on what's happening in the global markets and the global economy. In the next 3 to 5 minutes, I'm going to talk to you about trends in the wide world of e-commerce, an exciting area of the global economy and the global markets. Amazon and Alibaba are the key players that we all know and that lead this very interesting, exciting, and fast-growing industry. The industry is still very small, and it's still what I believe to be in the early stages of development and adoption. The industry is positioned for strong growth, and I think it's still ripe for investment. Just 13.3% of all retail sales, believe it or not, occur online, up from about 10% in 2019. How big is the industry? Well, $222 billion of goods and services are sold digitally online in America each year. While that number seems big, that's roughly only 13 to 14% of total annual retail sales in America, which amounts to about $1.7 trillion. The industry is growing though, and it's been growing at about an 18% pace over the last few years. As I said, just in 2019, only 10% of retail sales were conducted online, and they're now up to 14%. So the growth is there. The industry needs to be examined a little closer to better understand it and see what industries are already conducting a lot of business online and what industries are slow to be adopted and consumed online by global consumers. For example, if you look at the food industry, this is an industry that's had slow adoption. It's still only at 3% of retail sales. Only 3% of food and beverages that are purchased in America each year are purchased online. Kind of surprising. Autos, another category that's low. Autos, only 3.9% of autos are purchased online. Moving up the curve, we find that health and beauty, a little bit stronger, about 11% of health and beauty products are purchased online. Furniture, a little bit easier to buy online, a little bit easier to see what they look like online in your home. And so 25% of those purchases are being done online. Office equipment and supplies, 27%. Toys and sporting goods and hobby equipment, over 37%. Consumer electronics, 43% are purchased online. And the biggest category happens to be books and music, an area that was innovated for online purchases by Amazon with the Kindle a decade or more ago. 55% of books and music are purchased online, digitally. So that's where the industry is right now. If we look at how it's growing, we find that the smallest portions are the ones that are growing the fastest though. Food and beverage is growing at over 59%. Health and personal care is growing at over 32%. Toys and hobby growing at over 32%. The slowest area is apparel at 8.6%. When we try to understand why some areas are slow to adopt, we have to look at maybe how technology might be holding it back and how the consumer experience is holding it back. Some products that are commoditized and easily understood are kind of, ripe candidates to be purchased online, whether it's, your Magnavox TV or Vizio TV or Sony or whatever, or any kind of consumer electronics that's been commoditized. We can kind of embrace and buy that product online after kind of studying the specifications of it online, seeing the size and dimension and whatnot. But how about a shirt or a tie or a garment or a suit or a dress? Maybe we can't see if those are going to look good on us. And so the technology has to be innovated to the point where we can actually see how that suit or shirt or tie looks on us before we're comfortable buying it online. And that's where Amazon is leading the pack right now, developing technologies that allow you to scan 3D images of yourself into the software, and then have that suit be showed on you, so you can experience the look of that suit on you. The other products that are slow to adapt have been like produce, vegetables, that we don't know if what they're going to deliver is ripe, or is the quality's there, or meat, perishables, things like this. Again, the technology has to improve to the point where you can actually see, feel, and almost touch what you're purchasing. Amazon is making a lot of strides with Amazon Fresh, as they're giving you the ability to feel like you're walking down the aisles of the grocery store when you shop, and seeing the products right there in front of you, no different than if you were in the store. The same thing if you were walking down the aisles of Nordstrom or any retailer. They want to give you the experience of being in that store, seeing the product on the shelf or hanging on a mannequin, and then seeing how that mannequin looks on you as though you'd went in the dressing room and tried it on. This is the challenge that these companies have, and many of them are meeting it with technology that will just amaze you. So we're excited about this industry. We think it's ripe for investment. We think it's only going to grow, and these companies are relatively cheap when you look at them on a price to earnings relative to growth rate. And so we're going to continue to hold these players. Amazon has 40% of the market share of all online sales, far ahead of even the next biggest player, which is Walmart, who only has 7% of online digital sales. eBay is a distant third at 4%, and Apple is a distant fourth at 4%. For more information on this exciting industry, please go to my blog and read the Intuitive View whenever you get a chance. And we'll see you next week with another live version of the Intuitive View. Thank you so much for tuning in.